DocTalk is brought to you by Merck Animal Health, the science of healthier animals.
Hey folks, welcome to DocTalk. We're going to have a great show today. We have Dr. John Hutcheson here. We're going to talk about different ways to increase value or things that you may be doing that decrease the value of your calves before you sell them off the ranch. Thanks for joining us today on DocTalk. We'll be right back after these messages.
As dependable as the sunrise, in dairy parlors, open pastures, on ranches and feed yards across America, a place where reputation is more than a name, where the science of healthier animals is a way of life. It's the responsibility that drives who we are and what we do. Every decision, every day. It's your livelihood and our responsibility.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEXX allows you to quickly test cowside and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idexx.com/DocTalk.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Profusion Drench for beef cattle, a no prescription, no needle supplement. To learn more, go to zenpro.com.
Hey folks, welcome to the show today. We're here with Dr. John Hutcheson, and Dr. Hutcheson is a ruminant nutritionist. He is the director of cattle beef services,
yes, sir.
Technical services
You bet.
for Merck Animal Health. Has been a friend and a colleague for decades, and great to have you on the show.
You bet. Thanks, Dr. Thompson, for having me. It's a pleasure to be in Ames, Iowa today. So I'm gonna get to see a little bit of campus and as well as participate in DocTalk. So looking forward to the day.
Yeah, we've had done a lot of research and collaborated on a lot of projects, and just been able to call each other up with what the heck's going on with this or that or the other in the industry, and to have you up here in Ames is special. So
You bet. I'm looking forward to it.
So today, y'all have done some work looking at feeder calf value. Is that correct?
Calves.
Calves,
So it's
sorry, yep.
calves off the ranch.
Yep.
You bet.
So
You
kind
bet.
of describe a little bit about what this program has entailed and kind of who has been involved.
You bet. So we're lucky we get to participate with Superior Livestock Auctions.
Yep.
So they provide us the data. The folks at Kansas State University, Dr. Tonzer and Dr. Renner, they do all the hard work and put all the data together and comb through it and find the results that'll help producers increase value. What factors impact value of their calves, either in a positive way or a negative way?
And so when we look at, as we've discussed before doing the show, there's things that are associated with the animal management programs, many different things that can go into this. It's not just one thing by itself.
That's right. So a couple of the buckets would be, things that producers can do management-wise to the animals. There is, of course, vaccination protocols drive quite a bit of value. We've also got programs that people can participate, marketing programs that also drive value. And then there's, some other things like implants that are kind of specific related to driving value as well, both in weight gain as well as what its impact it has on price, if any.
You bet. So let's jump into some of the data and talk first about, when the calf comes in the sale ring, some of the things that buyers are looking at or discounting or
You bet.
valuing.
You bet. And I think that's important to understand in this database is, the data that's taken is, these producers, they have all these little certificates. If they do these different attributes, they get to put them on their sale catalog. And then there's buyers. So these are real life buyers. There's about 800,000 head of calves in the database. And so it's what you said, it's the buyers that how they're acting and how they're doing price. So you think about a few things is breed. If you don't have Angus breeding, anything other than Angus, you find a discount, and it can be up to, depending on which breed type, whether it's Holsteins have the steepest discount, and Brahmins influence have a discount, and then you get a little bit of a discount for Continental. So you can see the favoritism as it relates to Angus or English breed, not just Angus, but the English cross. You look at other things as horns. Buyers pay a premium for dehorned animals.
You bet.
So you can get that done. The other big thing that they they discount on is really uneven loads. So cattle with a lot of weight variation. It's one of the steepest variables in terms of negative impact on price is that uneven, the weight, the weight variation being very large in a lot of cattle or a load has a huge impact. And so flesh is discounted. If you're not light to really mild flesh, if you're medium to heavy medium flesh, it's a big discount on that animal as well. So you've got flesh working against you, you've got horns working against you, you've got breed type working against you. So you just need to make sure you address those. But some of the other positives that you find is frame. I mean, as we feed these cattle bigger and bigger, we find large to medium frame or medium to large frame cattle get a premium. So
awesome.
So those are things people can do. I mean, they can dehorn, they can work to tighten up their calving season to reduce that weight variation. Those are just things they all can do as it relates to making management decisions that impact their price positively.
Perfect. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to be talking more with Dr. John Hutcheson about things that you can do to increase the value of your calves.
Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility. Producers know stress costs money. It puts their cattle at greater risk of illness and can be a substantial drain on animal performance. That's why ZenPro developed ProFusion Drench for beef cattle. Formulated with ZenPro's patented trace mineral technology, ProFusion Drench is a no-script, no-needle performance supplement proven to rapidly replenish essential nutrients lost during times of stress. For optimal results, use ProFusion Drench with ZenPro Performance Minerals in feed as part of a complete nutrition program. To learn more, go to zenpro.com.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEX allows you to quickly test cowside and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idex.com/DocTalk.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thompson here with Dr. John Hutcheson. He is the Director of Beef Cattle Technical Services for Merck Animal Health. We're here at the Iowa Cattlemen's Association and Iowa Beef Headquarters, so great to have you in Ames and spend some time together.
You bet. I'm glad to be here.
It's good. And we're talking about things that can change the value of your calves, and just a great thing to think about, and all the things when you're selecting bulls, when you're selecting how you're going to feed them, how you're going to wean them, different things to that nature in the first segment. Now let's talk about maybe some of the programs out there that you could, understandably put cattle into a different marketing window, whether it's Gap
bet.
or whatever.
You bet. So we talked about, like we talked about earlier, those animal factors that we can have a positive influence on, and we can manage, that helps us with price. Something else for these producers, all the cattle producers out there, is have a marketing plan. So there's a lot of different programs that have positive impact on their selling price. And so anything that has a positive impact on selling price, we ought to get excited about. So I've encouraged producers, to find programs that fit what they can do and how they can execute it, and find out the prices and the cost of those programs, and make sure they, kind of put the pencil to these programs, but have a marketing plan, have a plan before you get started. And some of the things that we see in the database that are positive, which I think is awesome for the industry, is buyers are still paying a premium for people that are beef quality assurance certified.
Yeah.
And so we still got work to do. I encourage all the producers, that's really simple program to participate is in the BQA program.
Yeah.
And so, and there's a $100 there on a 5-weight. That's a $5 bill. So not a lot, but it is positive. And then you've got the other programs that we see. You've got the GAP program. You've got the NHTC program. Those programs bring back a lot of dollars per 100 as well. They've got some cost associated with them, and those are the ones that, GAP and NHTC are really good programs to add value. You just need to make sure you've got a plan, and that your calves are destined for those plans, because there's some verification has to go on, and some requirements that are
there's some cost, right?
You bet, there's some cost.
And if you're going to go through the cost, you better make sure you get them to the right place, or else you're going to increase cost and not increase revenue. So the goal is to get them to those programs.
You bet. So just having a plan and understanding those programs. There's a lot of people out there that can help them, help producers understand which programs to participate in. The other program that comes into play is Progressive Genetics. Now this happens to be with the Superior database, because that's the database we're working with, but they've got a really long list across the country of bulls from ranches that they call Progressive Genetics. And so those buyers, obviously, if they see somebody that's put the effort to go out and find some bulls that are progressive and genetically maybe above average, or some might say superior genetics, those buyers are paying for that. They're paying for good genetics. So as you relate to that, it's make sure you understand the genetics and the impact that it can have, because it's positive in terms of affecting sales price.
Well, it's a perfect segue into, we'll come back. Take a break now. Let's come back. We'll talk about some of the veterinary programs and the vaccination protocols. But as you can see, a lot of work done here by Dr. Hutcheson and Merck to really bring you some data that I think is going to have a very positive impact on everything you do when you go to sell your calves. When we return, more with Dr. John Hutcheson.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEXX allows you to quickly test cowside and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idexx.com/DocTalk.
Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility. Producers know stress costs money. It puts their cattle at greater risk of illness and can be a substantial drain on animal performance. That's why ZenPro developed ProFusion Drench for beef cattle. Formulated with ZenPro's patented trace mineral technology, ProFusion Drench is a no-script, no-needle performance supplement proven to rapidly replenish essential nutrients lost during times of stress. For optimal results, use ProFusion Drench with ZenPro Performance Minerals in feed as part of a complete nutrition program. To learn more, go to zenpro.com. ValleyVet.com is your one-stop shop for your every animal need, from prescription meds, vaccines, equipment, and more for the ranch to the show ring. Shop ValleyVet.com for fast shipping and great prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thompson here with Dr. John Hutcheson. And Dr. Hutcheson is the Director of Beef Cattle Technical Services for Merck Animal Health. We have him here in Ames, Iowa. He take time out of his busy schedule to be with us, and this is just tremendous data. I mean, it might be, I've always said we need, a calf index or something that I could sit there and really predict what these cattle are going to bring, and then follow through and see what's coming into the yards, right?
You bet, and what buyers are wanting, right?
Yeah.
So there's the other part of that equation: the rancher's the seller, and then trying to get a little better understanding of what buyers actually pay for. Yeah. So it's fun to get that data and then go back retrospectively and look at what that impact is of those buyers making those decisions on buying your calves, what they're looking for.
Yep. So aside from what the animal is made up of and the different marketing programs, there are some vaccine and health programs that have an influence on what people pay.
You bet.
Yeah.
And they're the attributes that have the biggest impact.
Okay.
So when it comes to dollars per hundred or dollars per head, these vaccination protocols are enormous. And so, we got to keep educating our producers and got to keep working and continually improving to get these producers, because the buying signal is extremely strong as it relates to these vaccination programs. So as most people know, we use VAC 24 as a base.
Okay.
So to kind of get everybody level set, VAC 24 is one dose of vaccine, one blackleg, and one dose of respiratory. And so we've used that as the base. It's kind of table stakes. Then there's the VAC 34. So the VAC 34 is 2 rounds of respiratory, so the virals and the pasturella, as well as a clostridial. And so they've got to have a minimum of those before they leave the home place, but they leave the place at weaning.
Okay.
And so there's a premium there. We see about a $2.50, almost $3 premium on those vaccinated twice, and then they leave home. But we're really, there's some value to be had is those guys and people that, ranchers that keep their calves for 45 days or 60 days. So they're a VAC 45 or VAC 60, so 2 rounds of virals, 2 rounds of clostridial, and they keep them home for 45 days. So, be able to straighten them out, get some gain on them, or 60 days. That jumps up to $8, $100, $45, $50 a head and so those buyers, if you look across the database of all the things we've talked about, one of the largest, it is the largest buying signal of what these folks want when they're buying people's calves, is they want them VAC 45 or VAC 60. Now, just like we talked about on programs, there's some cost associated with that.
Right.
You've got to have the facilities, you've got to have the mentality, you've got to be prepared, you've got to have a plan, and you've got to keep them at home, and you got to just make sure that you have all that taken into account. There might be some feed cost, or some supplement feed while they're out after they're weaned. So you just got to take all those costs into consideration. There's calculators to do that. But again, VAC 45 and VAC 60, $8 a hundred value. That's a pretty big signal from a buyer what they want in these health protocols.
And what we've looked at too is that not only is it $8 a hundred, but you have another 100 to sell, another 100 pounds.
Yeah, or even if you dampen it down a little bit and they only gain 1.5 pounds in that 45 days, right? It's almost 70 pounds away.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right.
So, and you're getting a premium price without the slide back.
You bet.
With the heavier
you
weight.
Bet. And then the other thing that our data set, we didn't talk about it much, but month of marketing. And so if you're pushing those cattle to a later date, there's a little uptick in the price as well.
Perfect. Folks, Dr. John Hutcheson, Merck Animal Health. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to talk about some things that don't have an impact on the price of your calves.
Time is money on the farm, and your cows are less productive when they're stressed. The Alertus on-farm test from IDEXX allows you to quickly test cowside and identify open or pregnant cows within minutes on your schedule in the parlor, barn, or chute. It's more efficient for your farm, very simple to use, and puts you in control. With minimal training and reliable, fast results, sample-based pregnancy testing is better for beef and dairy producers. Learn more at idexcom/DocTalk.
Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility. Producers know stress costs money. It puts their cattle at greater risk of illness and can be a substantial drain on animal performance. That's why ZenPro developed ProFusion Drench for beef cattle. Formulated with ZenPro's patented trace mineral technology, ProFusion Drench is a no-script, no-needle performance supplement proven to rapidly replenish essential nutrients lost during times of stress. For optimal results, use ProFusion Drench with ZenPro Performance Minerals in feed as part of a complete nutrition program. To learn more, go to zenpro.com. ValleyVet.com is your one-stop shop for your every animal need. From prescription meds, vaccines, equipment, and more for the ranch to the show ring. Shop ValleyVet.com for fast shipping and great prices.
Valley Vet Supply.
Hey folks, welcome back to DocTalk. Dr. Dan Thompson here with Dr. John Hutcheson. He's up here in Iowa. He's the director. He doesn't live up here in Iowa. He came up from Texas to visit us here in Iowa, film the show. He's the director of Beef Cattle Technical Services at Merck Animal Health, and just been a great discussion.
You bet, you bet. Anytime we can talk to producers, cow-calf producers, on how to get more money, more revenue from their calves, you can't help but be excited about that.
I'm with you. And so, you know, take notes, look this up. I know you're going to rewatch this show because it's bringing a lot of value to a lot of different people. But let's talk about some things that have not shown to make any difference in the price of calves when and again, when we talk about the price, this isn't something that we're bringing up in theory. This is actual numbers of what cattle buyers are paying for your calves coming off the ranch.
Yeah, and another thing to add to that is we've been doing this for several years, and it's very consistent. Those things we've been talking about, the big impact on the VAC protocols and all the other animal factors and things like that, that data has been really consistent in signaling our producers. So again, just got to encourage our producers to take advantage of the information that they know. But things that don't impact, the biggest thing that does not impact calf price is an implant. And so it's a myth out there that if the calves are implanted, they are not going to bring as much per 100 pounds than those that were not implanted. And so, again, these are the buyers, and we have done 10 years of data through the Superior Livestock Database, about 1 million head, 800,000 to 1 million head of cattle a year. And so we've done this for the last 10, 12 years, and there is no difference in the price received for calves that say they're implanted or not implanted. And then start thinking about it. What do implants do? Make them more muscular, make them leaner, so it helps with the flesh.
Yep.
They get a little more frame, a little more growth to them. But the biggest thing they do is they add 30 pounds of weight.
And this goes right back to what we were discussing, right? If you're not going into a marketing program that precludes you from using an implant, you're leaving revenue on the table.
You bet. When you put it on a dollars per 100, it's the second largest loss to calf revenue if you don't use an implant. It's $5.80 a hundred. It's the second largest. The largest is having cattle on a VAC 45 or 60 at $8 a hundred. Yep. And so, it's a lot of money, again, if they're not participating in a program. And we look through that database, over 55% of the calves were not in any program that precluded implants, but they did not implant. And so they left $33 a head of revenue, or $5.80 a hundredweight of revenue that buyers didn't discount for. That price is the same on whether they were implanted, designated as implanted, or designated as no implant.
Yep. Well, again, just perfect information. We're so glad that you took the time out, and thanks for being on the show today.
You bet. I enjoyed it, Dr. Thompson. Thank you for having me.
This is awesome. Folks, thank you for watching DocTalk. Remember, if you want to know more about what we do, you can find us on the web at www.doctalktv.com. Always work with your local veterinarian and nutritionist. I'm Dr. Dan Thompson here with Dr. John Hutcheson, and we'll see you down the road.
Closed captioning is brought to you by Profusion Drench for beef cattle, a no prescription, no needle supplement. To learn more, go to zenpro.com. DocTalk was brought to you by Merck Animal Health, the science of healthier animals. Innovative low-stress cattle handling equipment is key to efficiency and safety. At Daniels Manufacturing Company, we design systems using the best materials. We work with top producers from all over the world who use Daniels products on their operations. We concentrate on quality, prioritizing the safety of the animals and their handlers. Each product is carefully crafted and inspected to ensure your system will last for many years. Whether your operation is small or large, Daniels Manufacturing Company can design a facility to meet your needs. Visit us online or call to see how we can improve your cattle handling facility.